Hi, I'm Terry and welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'm going to show you two books that I ordered from Amazon. The first one is Catholic Household Blessings and Prayers. It's a companion to the Catechism of the Catholic Church. It's got a bunch of different prayers and stuff in it. It's got a presentation page, and then it's got a whole bunch of different prayers and stuff for use at home. It's broken down into different sections. Here's the table of contents, and then I'll read some of it. And then the copyright page. Let's see. I don't see a nihil obstat or anything, but there is a thing at the top from the General Secretary of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops that says, "This revised edition of Catholic Household Blessings and Prayers was developed as a resource by the Bishops' Committee on the Liturgy of the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops. It was reviewed by the committee chairman, Bishop Donald W. Trotman, and has been authorized for publication by the undersigned." And then it says the name of the General Secretary. Okay. Printed in the United States of America, first edition by this publisher. Okay, there's an introduction, then there's basic prayers, essential, and then within basic prayers there's essential prayers, prayers before the Holy Eucharist, acts of the theological virtues, prayers to Mary, Mother of God, the Rosary, penance and reconciliation, pious invocations. Part 2 is daily prayers. Liturgy of the hours, waking at meal times, beginning each day's work, labor, service, study, and almsgiving. So there are prayers for those different types of things. Like, let's see, work and study, service and faith and action, giving or receiving alms at noon, coming home each day, and at bedtime. Part 3 is days and seasons. I'm not going to read that whole thing because it's long. But it's basically the different parts of the church calendar. You got prayers for all these different times throughout the Christian year. And then part 4 is family prayers from birth to death. Prayers and blessings for family members, blessings for the household, moving into and out of a home, prayers during sickness and infirmity, blessings and prayers before and after birth or adoption, blessings during childbirth, blessings related to marriage, prayers for death and grieving. Part 5 is prayers for Catholic living, prayers for discernment and decision making, prayers for leaving or departing, prayers for arriving or returning, prayers for schoolwork and endeavors, blessings for objects, prayers for weather, prayers and blessings for other needs, prayers of intercession. And then part 5, I'm not going to read the list of the next few sections, but basically then there's prayers for the church in the world, then there's a section of litanies, then a section of God's word in times of need, and then a section on the Stations of the Cross, and then another section is calendar of the saints, and then there's indices, one of scriptural index, and the other one is first lines and common titles for the prayers. It's not quite as thick as the paperback version of the catechism that's this size. Let's see, how many pages is this? I don't think it's as many pages. Yeah, this isn't as many pages. This is about 504 pages. I have the hardcover of the Catechism right here. So this gives you an idea how, for the hardcover, the comparison of the thickness. So that's that one. I'll read a quick paragraph off the back. For Catholics, the family is recognized as the domestic church, that's in quote marks, and it is in the family that people learn to accept the love of God and turn to Him in prayer. It is in the family that people first learn the virtues of living a God-centered life. And on the front cover, there's a quote from Pope Benedict XVI. Prayer is contemplation of the mystery of God and the wonders that He works in the history of salvation. Okay, the other book is the Catechism in a Year notebook. It's spiral bound, which is nice because that means it'll lay flat. Here's what the back looks like in the ISBN. Like I said, I ordered both these on Amazon. So that's that. And then, with it being spiral bound, I can do this. Here's the title page. No nihil obstat or imprimatur, but it is copyright 2022, printed in the United States of America, and I think it's a first edition because I don't see any other things listed. There's a section on what this notebook is and how to use it. And then there is a calendar of each day's readings when you follow along with Father Mike Schmidt's podcast and use the Ascension version of the Catechism. And there's checkmark boxes here where you can check off each day that you've done so you can keep track of where you are. And it's also color-coded to the Catechism too. I'll read the back cover in a minute. But like for the prologue section of the podcast, you just have lines and it says prologue, but it tells you what sections of the Catechism to read. Like here it says 1 through 10, or not sections, paragraphs, I'm sorry. And then for when you finally get into the Catechism itself, for day 3, what we believe, part 1, the profession, there's a paragraph introducing things, and then you have the lined paper. But then for day 4, it gives you a question to answer. And it does that with each day of the year. But like when there's special podcast episodes where like they go deeper into things in their longer episodes, I think it has paragraphs like I thought I saw somewhere else when I was flipping through it another paragraph. Maybe they only have paragraphs at the beginning of each of the 4 major sections. Alright, I'll read the back cover because that'll probably tell us. Okay, these are the features. Spiral binding for ease of writing and turning pages. Plenty of space. This is 6 inches wide and 9 inches this way. The official Catechism in a Year reading plan laid out for each day to help you read along with Father Mike. Color-coded pages using the Foundations of Faith approach to show where each day's readings fit in the big picture of Catholic teaching. So it's got the same color coding as the Ascension edition of the Catechism. This notebook is the only notebook designed specifically for you to get the most out of the Catechism in a Year podcast, built with customer feedback in mind. So I think this will be cool for listening to Father Mike's podcast. So those were the 2 books I got from Amazon. So these are, I think, both really cool. So hope everyone's doing okay and is having a really good week. And I will see you in the next video.